Oh, what's up, y'all? It's SNC here, and free agency is over. So I wanted to do, and player progression happens right after free agency. So I wanted to show the roster after free agency and after player progression. And due to the since we did that intangibles update thing where I manually edited the intangibles ratings to make overalls more accurate. Um, the actual player progression screen looks a bit off, but the player progression still happens. So I'm just going to be showing it in the regular roster, which I know is different from how it's usually done. But yeah, that's just how we're going to have to do it. So the green, so it won't actually show the pluses and minuses on the roster. You just have to okay, you just have to compare it to the previous ratings. And the green pluses it does show and the red minuses it shows, those are morale, not actual progression. And at the end of this video, I'll also show the training camp options. So without further ado, let's get started with Philadelphia. Haywood and Williamson jumped up one, I think. Some of their lower guys dropped a bit. Yeah. For the Bucks, Bridgman jumped up. Don Nelson and Thurman dropped a lot. Chicago, Dantley, pretty big jump. Frazier, pretty big drop. Drollinger and May, slight jumps. Big drop for Will. DeBuscher's down a bit. Okay. Cleveland, uh, Gus Williams, Dennis Johnson, Dan Roundfield, they all jumped up a bit. Okay. For Boston, Matt Calvin down a bit. Wedman jumped up a bit. I think that was all that was really notable. Silas dropped a lot, actually. The Braves, Alvin Adams, big jump. Gus Gerard, small jump, I think. But yeah, Alvin Adams is almost at a 90. Earl Tatum, I don't know if he jumped up. Actually, I don't know if he jumped up in progs. But yeah, Alvin Adams is almost at a 90 now. For the Clippers, Lionel Hollins with a pretty big jump and Wes Unseld with a pretty big drop. So now Lionel Hollins and Unseld are tied for second best player. Nothing else really changed for the Clippers. For the Hawks, a lot of their old guys dropped a lot. Yeah, this team is going to be so bad this year. The Heat are really bad right now too. Uh, Pat Riley dropped below 70. The Hornets, this one was pretty big. English jumps up to an 85, so he should be ready to be a second star now. Joe Bryant jumped up. I don't know if he jumped up a lot, but I know he jumped up. George Karl is down to a 65. He's terrible. John Lucas jumps up a bit for the Jazz. That might be it. Yeah, no one else really notable here. For the Kings, their new addition Wilkes jumped up. A couple, Johnny Davis, pretty big leap. This team should be really, really good. Gervin jumped up one. Uh, Solid drop for Tiny Archibald from an 89 to an 87. Scott's around the same. Paltz, Perry, Goodrich dropped a bit. So they're aging, but I mean, Gervin's still Gervin, and all their players are still good. For the Lakers, David Thompson's up to a 96. Cowan's dropped one, but nothing too crazy. And yeah, they don't really have anything outside of their top three guys. The Magic, I don't think anything major happened for them. I mean, Logan up one. Oh, Chet Walker dropped a lot. Happy Hairston. Yeah, but I mean, they're still really good. For Dallas, nothing really happened at all. Big drop for JoJo White. Lonnie Shelton up a good bit, but yeah, JoJo White is way worse now. No, Robert Parrish is up a lot. Calvin Murphy down. Havlicek down. Dunleavy up a bit. But yeah, Parrish, that jump is going to be pretty big. Really dominant front court. Moses Malone up into the 90 overall club. Um, Pretty much it for this team. Grizzlies, Dawkins up to a 77, so he went up pretty big amount. Nothing else notable really there. Uh, Bantam might have jumped, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, not really anything crazy for Detroit. Huskies, Winters up one. Sobers jumped up a bit. Merriweather, Hanson. This is a pretty interesting roster. Rockets, World Freeze up pretty big amount. Sonny Parker jumped up a lot. They just got him in a trade. Camille Bennett, I don't know how to say his last name, but he went up a bit. I actually don't think that trade was that bad because Camille and Sonny jumped up. They got two picks, one of which is a Suns pick, which still could be pretty good. So I mean, yeah, obviously not perfect value, but not terrible. Bubbles Hawkins was a big jump. He's up to an 84. It's huge for them. Um, Mark Olberding up a bit. Kazi Russell dropped a lot though. I think Bristow actually dropped a bit, which yeah, that's really unlucky because he isn't even that old. The Suns, nothing really at all. Yeah, nothing really at all for the Suns. For the Sonics, drop for Earl Monroe. Slight jump for John Rue. Laskowski went up one. Bing drop a bit. Willie Wise. This team should still be really good though, even though some of their old players are dropping. Maravich didn't drop at all, which is huge for them. For the Timberwolves, Barry with pretty big drop. So Stano and Barry are now tied for best player. Um, they still should be really, really good this year. Portland, nothing crazy at all for them. I think maybe Kupchak went up one, and that's it, really, for them. Warriors, Mike Flynn up a lot. For the Bullets, Quinn Buckner up a lot. So it should be really interesting to see what kind of season he has. Willis Reed dropping a lot. And that's it for the rosters. And now I'll quickly show the training camp options. So let me switch over to backup file. And so for training camp options, you have big man offense. And on the left, you can see what it upgrades: perimeter shooting, offensive fundamentals, rebounding, conditioning, athleticism, big man defense, perimeter defense, combo guard, basketball 101, untapped potential, which is a pretty popular one, free throw, which actually upgrades your entire team instead of just one player, uh, and weight. So every team is going to get two training camps. You can't use them on the same player with the exception of like free throw because that affects your entire team. But yeah, so no two camps can be used on the same player, but every team does have two camps. And I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.